Hi, my name is Jeremy Whittington. I'm interviewing Alexander Ronzino, the founder of PowerHour Entertainment. This interview is taking place on March 29th, 2016. PowerHour Entertainment has 35 employees. It's located in Tallahassee, Florida.
Hi, I'm Alexander Ronzino. I own PowerHour, which is actually Ronzino Stoller Entertainment LLC. It's a promotion company in Tallahassee. So before this, I was a bartender. I've worked a lot in just food service. I've been like a server, host, pretty much all of the different positions in restaurants and stuff like that. Just growing up to pay my way through school. Well, Tuesday nights were really dead at Potts. I was bartending there, and I was new, so I wasn't getting like the best shifts. I wasn't really working on the weekends, and my friend and I figured that we could bring a lot of people out and we could probably make money doing it. And so we approached management, and they were real receptive to the idea, and that's pretty much how that started.
So you're in business with someone else, a partner?
Yeah, I have a partner who's also works at Potts with me, and he and I just teamed up to open up. Really, just my dad's been like a serial entrepreneur his whole life, so while I have the time in college, I figured it'd be good to open something up and make extra income. The real inspiration has just been paying for my education. It took about a month and a half in order to really have the full plan, how everything was going to work, who was going to work for us, and basically structuring the deal. Cost-wise, thankfully, there wasn't too much upfront cost. It was more just kind of sweat equity. So originally, we just were doing it at Potts because that's where we bartended, and we just obviously had a quick in with management. After we started getting successful, we realized that we could actually expand it, and so we were approached by a few different venues, and we finally made a deal with Taboo to run their Friday nights as well as the Tuesdays at Potts. Thankfully, I didn't need any startup capital. It was really just shaking hands and making deals. So I mean, we are in the business of promotion, so Facebook is a great tool, especially at Florida State. Everyone's really interconnected. We've done a little bit of Facebook advertising. Really, the money goes a long way when you're targeting 3,000 or 4,000 students at FSU that are really going to go out on particular nights. And then using the promoters that we have, word of mouth promotion, flyers, and really just having them organize parties and stuff like that to spread the word. So we do have a website. It redirects to our Facebook page. That's where most people are going to interact with us anyway. If we're having a big event, we'll have a Facebook event on there, and you can directly interact with it there. So there's really no purpose to have a separate URL when that's going to be the place of interaction anyway. Pretty much it's straightforward. It's just a limited liability company. And yeah, it's very simple. Theft is always a possibility. Thankfully, we partner with the venues to really ensure that compliance standards are met. It's hard to sneak past security guards, and so with the exception of somebody sneaking through the cracks, most revenue can be pretty well accounted for. You generally can count the bands. You can see how many people are actually in your venue, so you have a pretty good manageable way to ensure that theft doesn't really occur. We have about 35 people working for us. So that depends on the venue. Originally, we let the bar handle that because we were more focused on the promotion side. As time went on, we realized that it was more important that we had that level of control to bring more people out and stuff like that. So after about 2 months, I think that's when we took over at both venues staffing.
Employee.
Just drive to get better. Most promoters are looking to get bartending jobs, so if they're driven, they'll provide consistent results, and that's really what we look for, is consistency.
Okay, yeah.
It's not really a training process. I mean, if they can bring people out, they can bring people out. If they can't, we usually find somebody to replace them. We have had to fire a few people from the business. I mean, we'll have shop girls that will get too drunk, and you can't really have that. It's a liability. One of the partners that we originally worked with, we ended up splitting ways with him. That wasn't really a firing. That was just more of like a restructuring. But yeah, I mean, you come into contact with a lot of people. The people that want to work will stay with you if they're consistent and they follow the rules. And there's going to be people that don't produce, and so not necessarily fire, but you kind of just part ways with them. They understand. I mean, the business is bringing people out. If you can't really do that and you can't perform, then you can't really continue to work. We offer basically +2, so whenever they come out, they're able to get 2 of their friends in. Obviously, they get in for free, and we'll give them drinks at the bar and stuff like that. We'll do company bar tabs and things like that to really incentivize everybody. It's given me a lot of financial freedom. The ability to set your own schedule is nice. You get what you put into it. So if you want to get a lot out of it, you put a lot into it, and just that ability to kind of govern yourself is really probably the most I've gotten out of it. I've really learned a lot about what I want in the future, and it's definitely shown me that entrepreneurship is the path that I want to go down. So depending on what day it is, if it's the day of an event, that's crunch time. The days leading up to it is really just communicating with your promoters, scheduling buses, and communicating with the venues, scheduling bartenders, but really getting the word out the days before and really hopping on the Facebook promotion is one of the larger roles that you play. The day of is just a lot of tying up loose ends, securing any last minute VIPs and things like that. And then on the weekend, after everything, that's when we kind of regroup. We have a company-wide meeting. We handle payouts then, and basically we kind of review the week. We talk about it with the company. We get everybody to throw in ideas on what they think would have made the week better, and ideas for new promotions and stuff like that. Probably the worst experience is the days when you put a lot of work in and the fruits of your labor aren't necessarily ripe. If towards Christmas time and towards the end of the semester, there'll be days when no matter how hard you promote, you're just not going to get a big crowd out, and there's always unfortunate days, especially when your expectations might be a little bit higher and people underperform. I think our model is pretty solid right now. It's generating income well, and everybody that we work with is very happy. We do produce a good product, and so all of the business owners that we're affiliated also get revenue generated on behalf of that. Maybe targeting a little bit more of corporate sponsorship is something that we've started to do within the last few months, and I think just increasing that role is something that we'd like to do. Really just, a lot of people are often afraid of opening a business, or they think that it's harder than it actually is. Really just committing yourself to it and committing the time to thinking things through and being analytical will really enable you to pretty much be successful in whatever you put your mind to. Okay, so pretty much you could have called it an internship, but I was flown out to Las Vegas last summer, and pretty much the purpose of that was a Las Vegas-based firm called Just College is in the collegiate marketplace. They basically are, in short, they're kind of a hotel wholesaler, but they specialize in student travel. They actually traveled about 250,000 kids last year. So they're growing really fast, and they met me, and the CEO decided to fly down to Tallahassee. He came, he viewed our business. He went to a Tuesday night and a Friday night, really saw our passion for success, and basically wants us to sell the business and come work for him. It's basically an acqui-hire deal where a company will buy another company, not necessarily for the product that it does, but for I guess the talent of the executive team. So in short, the idea is, they'll buy us out and we'll work for them as a result.